Homer once discovered a strange incident in the newspaper. When the first letters of several classified ads were put together, they formed a clear and meaningful message.
Homer, meet me 4th Street overpass, midnight. This is today's paper. That meeting is tonight.
Although he didn't know who had left this mysterious clue, Homer still went to the spot beneath the overpass. What happened that night left him with a psychological scar he would regret for the rest of his life. Homer never expected that the person waiting there would be his mother, Mona Simpson, whom he hadn't seen for many years. Stories often begin like this, suddenly, without warning, because Mona was wanted by the government. Homer had only seen his mother once since he was 8 years old. They reunited for just 2 days, before being forced apart again. This time, Mona returned home. Because her longing had grown too strong, she risked arrest just to see her son again. Just as the atmosphere grew warm and tender, a police siren suddenly rang out. Chief Wiggum and his officers had stopped by for a late-night snack, and coincidentally ran into Mona. Seeing this, Homer and his mother quickly slipped the staff a generous tip and left through the employee exit before the police could arrive. Homer knew this was wrong. He swore that he would rather go to jail than let his mother be arrested.
You guys are damn lucky.
Mona was ultimately caught because of Homer, yet even then, the look in her eyes toward him was still filled with tenderness. After the incident, Homer hired a lawyer to defend his mother. Mona's status as a fugitive dated back to events many years earlier. Mr. Burns had once built a secret biological laboratory in protest against such unethical experimentation. Mona and a group of like-minded activists destroyed the facility. For this, she was placed on the government's wanted list. In court, Homer pleaded for his mother, explaining that her actions were an act of justice. He spoke of the pain caused by their years of separation. The jury was deeply moved and ultimately ruled Mona not guilty, granting her freedom.
Oh, Mom, I'm so happy. I never want to let you go.
Curse that groovy granny. This is America. Justice should favor the rich.
But Mr. Burns was furious, so he resorted to underhanded tactics and had Mona arrested again. Homer refused to accept this. On the way to prison, he and Bart ambushed the prison transport at a crossroads.
Will you look at that?
While the guard stepped out, Homer quietly slipped into the vehicle. When the truck started moving again, Mona saw the familiar face before her. There was no time to reminisce. After dropping off the other prisoners, mother and son immediately fled together. Homer planned to get his mother out of Springfield, but the police cars chasing them proved this was wishful thinking.
Homer, get out now and—
No, you're my mother and I won't leave you.
I see you've made your choice. I love you, Homer.
Homer was safely removed from the vehicle, but Mona did not surrender. Instead, she sped away, drawing the police out of the area, so Homer could disappear completely right under their noses.
Make that a salvage mission. Okay, everyone take some free time.
From that day on, Homer seemed to lose his mind. He constantly pored over newspapers with a magnifying glass, hoping to find another hidden message from his mother. Yet no one noticed that in the corner of one newspaper, beneath an unremarkable advertisement, a line of secret text lay quietly waiting.
I escaped from the bus the moment before it plunged off the cliff.
Comedy often hides a tragic core. Mona's story was not over. After many years, she returned to Homer's side once more. After his initial joy, Homer quickly became angry. He had always believed his mother died in that accident. He even assumed this visit would be like the others, a brief reunion before another disappearance. But Mona told him this time was different. During her escape, the government had assumed she died in the crash and quietly removed her from the wanted list. Now, she said, she could finally stay and be with him.
Not funny. You're just like that show Scrubs.
Homer didn't believe her, so he sulked and shut himself away. Homer hid alone in the shadows of his bedroom. Years of temporary departures had worn his heart thin and fragile. Before going to bed, Mona came to apologize.
I'm fine. It's my feelings that are mad.
Admitting she had neglected his feelings and asking for forgiveness. For one last chance, Homer refused. Mona sighed and left. Not every apology can be accepted immediately. Some forgiveness must climb slowly, like ivy on a wall, waiting patiently for time to let it bloom. One quiet morning, after refusing his mother, he lay awake, filled with regret, worried that she would be hurt by his words. He got up and wrote a card to make peace. He approached the figure sitting by the fireplace.
Are you asleep? Asleep with your eyes open? Mom?
And when the scene reappeared, Homer was clutching his mother's ashes, weeping uncontrollably. After returning to family life, Mona finally let down her guard, hoping to rest at last, only to pass away unexpectedly. This was never Mona's intention, but it plunged Homer into unbearable grief. He had refused to forgive her before she died. He thought waiting a little longer would be fine. He believed she would always be there, smiling when he finally apologized. But reality never bends for anyone. The card in his hand was crumpled and worn. In his arms was only his mother's cold ashes, and with them, a lifelong regret.